This is exactly right.
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Ear Say, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres. Sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Ear Say on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's U.S.-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Shrimp. Hello. And welcome
to My Favorite Murder.
That's Georgia Hardstark.
That's Karen Kilgariff.
And here we all are together.
That's right. In podcast form.
In podcast land.
Podcast Garrotype.
In the ooh.
Thank you.
Old-fashioned picture?
Okay.
Were you just saying words?
No, I thought that was what that was. Well, yes. I mean, that's my life.
You mean yes.
Yes. Just saying words?
Yes, for sure.
Hoping they're right.
Yeah, welcome. It's like, it's our podcast where every week we talk about true crime and the surrounding tales.
That's right. And, we're funny. Oh, did you see the that reminds me.
What?
Did you see the new animated fucking music video?
The song?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Let's play it at the end of this show.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then get sued. That'd be amazing.
Then go to MFM Animated. Is that right, Stephen? On Instagram, and there'll be a link to watch the whole video. These talented fucking people wrote a Stay Sexy Don't Get Murdered song, and then
I think Nick Terry was the one that got it all together.
Nick
right?
Terry animated it in his incredible, hilarious way. It's so charming.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
there's so much more running than I've ever done in my real life.
That's right.
I actually was looking at that going, I couldn't run that much.
No.
I have to do something about that.
No. They got my constant smiling right, though. That was fun. I love it. I love it. We're going to play the song at the end of the show, and then you should go watch it on, I think, YouTube. Yeah?
It's on YouTube.
On YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Pacifico Romeo for writing this incredible
So
song.
impressive.
And then Nick Terry for animating it.
What a cool project. Thank you. We like being the subject of things.
We too, because we're funny, as I was saying.
Oh, the hook around?
No, but let's go with it.
The come on back around. Yeah, that was very fun and exciting. And I guess along those lines, we talk about information, things people have reached out and told us about. Let's dip back into the Derry London Dairy issue.
Are we back here again? again?
Just for a reminder, this is from Megan McCallum. She says, "Hi all. I think I've wrote this to you before, but it makes me laugh every time you mention it." Mention is a generous way to describe it. So Derry/Londonderry is literally referred to in the news as Derry Londonderry, so as not to annoy anyone.
Oh my God.
Because it is a constant debate/joke amongst the people of Northern Ireland.
Okay.
My partner is Catholic and I am Protestant. He says Derry and I shout back Londonderry.
Oh, I love it.
So by saying Londonderry or Derry, you're not wrong, but half the country will correct you and half the country will agree with you. Okay, bye, Megan.
So you can never get it right.
Or you could flip it and say you could never get it wrong.
Oh.
Because some people will agree with you.
That's positive.
I mean, if you want to be positive. Here's more interesting info. And this is about the pronunciations when I kept talking about Gallipolis. Or no, Gallipolis.
Gallipolis, right?
This is from LM Harder, and I loved this information. They said, so funny thing about insular communities like Appalachia, sometimes folks purposely change pronunciation to easily recognize outsiders. For example, Gallipolis and then it says, it looks like Chauncey, but there's no way it's Chauncey because that's the trick, right?
Yeah.
So, which I love that concept.
Yeah,
that's so interesting because like that makes sense. We've come across it so many times of a thing where it's like this word already exists.
Yeah.
Carthage, wherever, but it's like Carthage,
or it's like people who say San Fran, like they're not from San Francisco.
Yes. And if you say Frisco, my dad will try to hit you in the face.
And he's right.
It's so funny.
Jim, you're not wrong.
Oh, and then Ruby wrote in, it just says Ruby with flowers around it, but then there's more. Everybody on Twitter now.
You have emojis in your name?
You can have emojis. You can turn it into anything you want. Like you can do what you want on Twitter.
Young people.
It's a free-for-all. But Ruby says, hearing Karen Kilgariff talk about my hometown of Gallipolis. Shit, now I can't remember at all how it's pronounced. I think that's right.
I remember it.
No, Gallipolis.
Gallipolis, that's right. Hometown of Gallipolis, Ohio on My Favorite Murder was incredible. Also, don't feel bad about how you pronounce it. Locals just call it Galplis. So I've also heard Galliopolis from non-locals.
Oh, I like that one.
Which is very funny. And then the last and interesting piece of information is from Allison, and her is Allie Ray. And she tells us this was about when we were talking about the doodler and their psychiatrist who wouldn't be allowed to release the information if the doodler admitted he was the serial killer.
Right.
She wrote in and said, info on the duty to warn / confidentiality on today's My Favorite Murder episode. The legal case, Tarasov, that led to these laws of breaking confidentiality was ruled in 1976, which I think is after the doodler's activity, so it wouldn't have applied.
I'm just writing that down for future. How's that spelled?
Tarasoff is the legal case, and it happened in 1976.
Just writing that down for future ideas.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff, and it's like, this is why we should start doing special episodes where we have experts come on and talk about these kinds of fascinating things.
I love it.
Etymology, which is either about origin of words or bugs. We like both. Whatever it takes.
Every week you have a couple corrections corners, and I have none, which makes me think that I just don't pay attention to shit I do wrong. It doesn't make me think I'm not wrong.
You know what I think it is? I rarely express doubt when I was raised, or like I might be the comedian, the comedy person in me.
Correction.
You have to, there it is. Dear Karen, you're actually a comedian, E-N-N-E, that you speak with conviction. Oh. So if you go, I think it's this, then that's somehow in my mind bad.
Right.
When it's the literal truth is, I think or I'm guessing is what I should be saying probably 40% of the time.
Yeah.
So it's that.
Doubt sucks, though.
It's not a fun place to live. I don't mind being corrected because oftentimes you learn stuff.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Speaking of learning stuff, fan cult merch. Okay, let me tell you about this.
The smoothest of transitions.
Thank you. And I'm not correcting it. So we have a fan cult that's like our fan club. Obviously, there's forums. Karen and I have started putting makeup on and making fucking videos and shit, if you can believe it.
Not in the videos. We have makeup on already in the videos.
Thank you.
But we've been talking about makeup lately.
Let's do it.
Recommendations.
I'll put fake eyelashes on you.
Fun stuff. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Fun and dangerous. The next video, I'm wearing an eye patch. The next video after that, I'm wearing 2 eye bags.
But there's still fake lashes on them, and it looks great. So now the fan cult has its own merch store with exclusive merch. These designs are fucking badass and awesome, and we love them so much. You can see them at myfavoritemurder.com. And if you join the fan cult, your first purchase of any kind of merch is 20% off. So if that's something you're interested in, good luck.
In either store.
Yeah.
Fan cult specific store or just our regular store?
Either.
Yeah.
And then Santa Barbara weekend, go to myfavoriteweekend.com to find out about how you can come hang out with us.
For 2 days? Yeah.
And we'll tell you where the weed store is. Everyone from Kansas City will... It's worth it just for that alone.
We'll point you toward the ocean.
Yeah, ocean. Weed store, the best crab legs you can get right over there.
Here's a great sales point. At this fan weekend, if you want to come and hang out with us for the weekend, there's going to be all kinds of shows from the Exactly Right Network, which we're very excited about because it's like a hang. We're doing a show, at least one.
We're doing 2, yeah.
We're doing 2 shows. But then there's going to be also other activities. Lately, I've been crying so much, everybody understands it's a thing I like.
Oh, I love it.
You know?
That's nice.
Yeah, I fucking can't stop.
Do it right now. Cry.
I went to therapy today and I'm fucking crying.
Okay.
You know when you leave therapy and then you're like, it feels like the time between this and my next therapy appointment is just, I'm waiting to cry.
Oh.
Like, no, this isn't your jam.
I don't cry a lot. When I'm in therapy, sometimes I'll stop and think, I can't wait to get home and cry. I can't wait to get home, go sit in my closet, be alone. And I'm always like, I'm really going to do it this time. I'm a good cry. And then by the time I leave, I'm not into it.
The mood passes.
Yeah.
It's so
What does that say about me that I want to shut myself into a dark closet because the only way I can cry is...
Yeah, but I mean, that's like your jam. That's your specific quilt setup. You know what I mean?
Update, my mom and I are lightly talking again. Speaking
Just
of,
quick texts, an emoji here and there.
we decided to put everything behind us.
Good.
Yeah, for now. She's starting to Tell It How It Is memoir, the truth tapes.
Yes. Janet's Side would
Janet
actually be an amazing book for her to write.
She's pretty pissed at me about the book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
she's not wrong.
I mean, but you get to tell your own story.
I know, and
you
I
don't
did.
have to front her story. You tell your story.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, the whole point is that I think most of life is about learning about the impact and effect that you have on people and trying to adjust it. So you can fight all you want about, I didn't do that and I'm not like that and I blah, blah, blah. But the better thing is to go, what if that's even partly true? Sure, I know that person's super crazy, but also what if there's a 3% chance there's a truth in that?
It feels so bad.
It feels terrible.
It feels so bad to be like, oh, am I the asshole?
Yeah. We all have to admit we're the asshole.
I know. We're all the asshole.
We're all the asshole. That's
that's
the mystery. That's the secret. They don't write it in the book, but that actually is the secret to life.
That's your new book called You're the Asshole.
You're the asshole. If you accept it now and work from there, your life will get so much better.
Be humbled. Be the asshole. Accept the responsibility. Move forward
in the world as if you're the asshole.
Yeah.
It's frightening because also sometimes I've believed in this life the only thing that was getting me through was the like hubris and bravado that I had to like quickly assemble while I was being damaged in high school. Yes. Shields and the suit of armor. It's like basically if the advice is take off the suit of armor, it's like, oh, so you want me to be killed. Great. Thanks so much.
It's life or death kind of.
Yes, it is.
It feels like it.
Because most of us are very traumatized.
Yeah.
My therapist tells me about different ways I've been traumatized so much that I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Is it satisfying sometimes? Because a lot of times I'm like apologizing for myself in therapy, being like, I know I have it great. I know I'm so lucky and it's not worse than other, you know what I mean? Like it feels bad to be like,
Wait, so you don't have a therapist that goes, shut up and tell me the thing?
No, not yet.
They're not allowed to
We're
do
new.
that.
We're new.
That's why I'm not a therapist. That's why I'll never be a therapist.
That's why your book, You're the Asshole.
Shut up, you're the asshole.
Shut up, you're the asshole. It's going to be a bestseller. That's right.
It's the thing therapists are afraid to say to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you can say it. What were we talking about?
But, I mean, this is a true crime comedy podcast.
Let's start from the beginning.
Well, did you have more? Plugs?
So we're going to the UK at the end of November. Listen, we're going to be there for America's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Do you know how great the food is at Thanksgiving?
And what do you have to give us to substitute?
Give me a meat pie and I'm happy.
But it has to be shaped like a turkey, even if it's filled with gizzards.
Ew. So there's 2 shows that aren't sold out. Dublin on the 25th of November and London on the 28th of November. So go to myfavoritemurder.com to buy those tickets and come see us. We're really excited. I'm really excited for this trip.
I'm so excited.
We're going mudlarking. Do you know that?
What's that?
Mudlarking. So, like to lark is to play about and stuff.
Okay.
British. So mudlarking is when you get into the river and the mud and grit.
Yeah.
And you go digging for like treasures from yore.
Do I get to go?
Yeah. I'm getting us all passes. You have to get Thames.
The Thames.
You have to get you have to get passes to go into the Thames to dig. And I like follow that. Look at the hashtag on Instagram, mudlarking. You find coins. I know. You find coins. You find pipes. You find this and that. It's the fucking coolest thing.
Okay, you mean those pipes where they used to just use them in Victorian age and throw them away?
Yeah,
they were like those little pipes that were like basically cigarettes.
Yes, and the Thames used to be. It was like a garbage dump way back when. And then also when it was bombed out during the fucking Blitz and shit, all the like pottery from the houses and all the tiles and shit blew out into the fucking Thames. I have a necklace that's a little piece of a shard of pottery
from mudlarking.
From mudlarking in the Thames.
Okay, this is fucking major,
dude, right?
This is the best gift you've ever haven't given me yet, but are about to.
The other thing though is we might have to go to a football match.
That's great.
Soccer.
I would I am a hooligan at heart. I will punch anyone in the face for any team.
You are
at
the
any
person
time.
I want to be with at a fucking football
Yes!
match in England.
You know
London.
what? That'll be the day I start drinking again. Just kidding. I won't do it. But god damn it.
Sorry.
I'm built for it.
So that's what's happening. So come see us in London.
Now I'm excited for this tour. I was moderately excited before. Now I'm like,
this is going to be tits.
Also, well, you know what we also should do?
What?
Figure out a way, and this is going to be my obnoxious fishing for an invitation.
Uh-huh.
We should be taken on a Jack the Ripper tour by someone
thought you were
who
going to
knows.
say invited to the palace. I was like, there's no way.
Well, also my grandmother would come up out of her grave and slap me across the face.
A Jack the Ripper tour is a great
Jack the
idea.
Ripper tour with a ripperologist who's really good at what they do, and we don't have to be with 50 other people.
Yeah.
If you're a ripperologist that gives tours and cares about us as people and want to do that, let us know.
Or a mudlarker who gives people tour, because I think sometimes they'll like take you down and show you the good spots and shit.
Yes.
So we're doing that.
Mudlarking. So mudlarking isn't like an official sign up on this website?
No, but you have to get a pass to go down to the river.
Oh, okay.
So, but you can do it, and it doesn't have to be there. You can do that, like, people do it on beaches. People do it on.
I feel like my cheeks are getting hot with how excited I am about this.
Hashtag mudlarking on Instagram.
Fucking mudlarking.
What else were we talking about?
Well, I was telling you earlier that I really enjoyed up top last episode. We just started talking about all the podcasts and stuff we've been listening to and stuff we've been watching. Yeah. Which I just thought was kind of fun. We never do that in an official way. It's kind of random.
And I saw you writing this down on your paper and we both started cracking up.
It's from my comedy background where I don't do my homework in time and then I have to pitch at the last minute.
Yeah. How about we do?
And so I started writing down the title of this segment. We're going to call it The Rec Room, where it's our recommendation.
But it's like a rec room. But is anyone from the 70s here and know what a rec room is?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The converted basement.
When your dad he had a bar down there, a little bar set up. The game was on. It was okay. We hate man caves, but it was like that. And then the kids went down there and played too.
Yeah,
right?
It wasn't a man cave because it was more of like a family. It was an extra family room where more bullshit and roughhousing could happen.
Right. Like the shag carpeting and the big couches and shit.
Big couches, hopefully a Budweiser Tiffany lamp. Yes. Either a pool table, a ping pong table.
Little
if you're
bar,
rich.
Yeah.
Air hockey if you were richy rich.
Shit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Usually just a TV though.
Yeah.
And a good shag carpet. Here we are in the rec room.
Okay.
Go. Do you want me to?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I just started watching. I found this TV show last night. Everyone else was watching the VMAs, and I knew I couldn't do it because I would only know 2 people on that show.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
And I will bring that up later because I was wrong.
Okay.
But that being said, I went on and basically just started doing very random searches on iTunes or Apple TV or whatever to try to find a series that I wanted to watch. And this series came up called Fortitude. And I thought I'd seen it before. I thought it was a movie, whatever, but I looked into it and it takes place in the very snowy place. So it could be like way fucking northern Canada, but I think it was supposed to be the Arctic
Someone
Circle.
will tell you.
Someone will tell me how I'm wrong about this.
Right.
Anyway, a snowbound place. And
wait, is this Northern Exposure?
and there's a moose walks down the street. Hold on, there's a radio station. No, there's the people that live in this town. It basically, there's a murder that takes place, and then here comes Stanley Tucci.
No.
He is the investigator sent in from London to investigate separate from the cops in this tiny town.
Stanley.
And it's so good. I watched the entire thing last night.
Is it dramatic?
It's drama, and it's almost soap opera-y. Because I was like, oh, this is straight up procedural, but it wasn't. It had like tinges of Broadchurch in the way where like it's a procedural that gets real into family stuff and personal stuff.
Yeah, I love
and
that
I
shit.
loved it. Fortitude. Season 1, because there's other seasons and I think it goes in other places. So I'm only speaking for season 1 right now.
So in a fight, would Stanley Tucci or Paul Giamatti win? Because they're pretty like worthy adversaries.
They are absolutely worthy adversaries. They also bring very different things to the table, but Giamatti's all the way. I mean, because although Stanley Tucci is obviously massively talented, he does that thing where, actors that when they're really good at the piano, the like directors rush to feature that somehow, where it's like, okay, well, you're waiting in this waiting room, but luckily there's a piano.
Yeah, or you're like joking with your wife or whatever, and then it's like, let me do this thing,
but let me do it, and it's showing my face and hands, so I'm really doing it.
It's me.
Yeah. Right. So he's got it, but like. Paul Giamatti has done things like he's painted himself entirely blue for the enjoyment of children. He gives his all plus 25.
National treasure.
I mean, just right in my heart.
Face on the President's Rock.
Yes, please. President's Rock is what we refer to.
That's the name of this episode.
You call it Mount Rushmore, right? But we call it President's Rock.
I'm not listening. I'm just listening to a Stephen King book right now, so I can't, and I haven't finished it, so I don't know if it's good or not yet, that I want to recommend it.
Okay.
So I'm keeping my lips shut. But Killer Across the Table, I am reading the John Douglas, Mark Olshaker book. That's like the Mindhunter dudes. This is their new book. It's fucking gory. It's good. It's interesting. Yeah, I dig it.
I love it because they do such a good job at writing and blending all those stories together. So it's just you just keep getting another case and another case.
Yeah, like they're telling a couple chapters of this one story, and in it there's like, and it reminded me of this story, it reminded me of that story. It's really fascinating.
It's very good. Oh, and also, I have one more.
Okay, yeah, go.
Well, just because I've been doing a bunch of stuff around the house lately, trying to get things done. So I just throw in a podcast.
Absolutely.
God, it makes it go so much faster, as everyone listening already knows. Look down. You've peeled all those potatoes.
What are you doing with so many peeled potatoes, Karen?
Where do you work that you had to peel 400 potatoes? Anyway, you're welcome. They're done. So in that, I started listening to How Did This Get Made?
Oh, yeah.
Which is June Diane Raphael, Paul Scheer, and Jason Mantzoukas, and it's their terrible movie podcast. But here's
it's their podcast about terrible movies. It's not their terrible podcast about movies.
I put movie after terrible, so to make sure. But what I realized is
just talking
brilliant.
Shit on them.
I know. This is the basement of the rec room called the shit storm. No. What I realized about what's so great about that is that it's this interactive thing where if you choose to, so like I was trying to get something done. I'm like, okay, I've seen Jaws 3, I think it was in 3D. So I hit that one because I knew I would know what they were talking about. But what you can do if you want to is look through their whole library, watch their movies with friends, like watch a dumb movie that's going to be hilariously dumb, and then listen to them be funny about it.
I love it.
So you can have your own insights and your own ideas, and then you can go back and listen to 3 truly hilarious and very intelligent people talk about it. I just love it.
That's great. I love that. And recently I tried to Vince and I got home one night, we were like, let's throw something dumb on that we can make fun of. So we put on Austin Powers and then ended up laughing our asses off at the whole fucking thing. It's so dated and it's supposed to be sexist, but it's double time sexist. Yeah. And like these days in this age and everything. Yeah. But it was like fucking entertaining. I was shocked. I was ready to be like, I hate that guy. Where's his headshot? You know, like how I do.
No. And they were clearly very high budget. Yes. Because they do so much stuff. There's so many good character actors and like cameos in it. And I feel like Mike Myers had that thing that a lot of people don't have maybe some people do, but he has that thing where he's looking right at you when he's like, yeah, baby, the energy coming out of his face, you know, he loves what he's doing in that moment.
Or he's on tons of cocaine.
Either way, the effect is the same.
That's right. We're all on cocaine.
So exciting.
When we watch it.
Yeah. Let's all do cocaine and watch things. No. That's different. That's a different podcast. That's a different podcast. Also, I will say this, and I can't remember if the song is at the end or in the middle of that movie. Yeah. But the BBC on the BBC is the song that he does with Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles. Yeah. He's in the band, and is it Matthew Sweet maybe? I don't know. But they sing a song about the BBC that is the funniest, simplest rock song, where at the end they just list off BBC One, BBC Two. They just list off all the BBC channels.
When we go to England, we can have or London, we can have a tour
of the BBC.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Anyone at the BBC want to give us a tour?
At the BBC.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why they're Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's U.S.-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe. Goodbye. Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. All right. Should we do this?
Yeah, I think.
Have we fucking prattled on long enough?
We have to go up the basement stairs, out of the rec room, and into the formal living room.
Yeah, that is my favorite murder.
My favorite murder.
I think I'm first, right? Yeah. So put that shit down, Karen.
I did. I want to hold it like a news reporter as you do your story.
Karen, I'm so anal retentive about us not finding out what the other person is doing And so I'm really careful. Just before, when you were talking to Jay in the other room about like your story and some research, I plugged my ears because I didn't want to hear it. Like, I'm really fucking, I don't know why I'm like this.
Did you hear that halfway through that conversation when we were talking full voice in a very echoey kitchen? Then I went, oh, lower your voice. You can hear us.
No, I had my ears plugged. Literally, I was a child with my fucking fingers in my ear because I just love the surprise. And then you just held up your papers and it had the photo of the murder you're doing on the back of it.
Yeah, that's right. But it's meaningless.
It's okay.
It's meaningless to this point.
All right. What if I really did that? All right.
On the BBC.
1 and 2. I'm doing the murder of Angie Dodge, a.k.a. the nation's first exoneration to rely on genealogical DNA testing.
Whoa.
Here. Are you ready for this?
Here
we go. All together now. I got a shit ton of information from Washington Post's article by Kyle Swenson, a show called Keith Morrison Investigates, 48 Hours, theinnocenceproject.org, and a podcast called Double Loop.
Okay.
So here we go. Summer of 1996 in Idaho Falls, Idaho. 18-year-old Angie Dodge had just graduated from high school with honors. She was born in 1977. She's the youngest of 4 kids, and all her older siblings were boys. So she was like the fucking princess.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. She's described as driven and talented and bubbly. And like, of course, she's just this lovely, bright smile, beautiful, sweet girl. She looks, so it's 96. She looks like you in her teens.
Really?
She has a button nose. She has a like a short bob, bleach blonde bob that like, it's so 90s, thin eyebrows. Like she's quintessential 96. And I think I was 16 at the time and had the same fucking look.
Yeah.
And she's totally normal. But after graduation, she's at 18, she's like, I'm fucking ready to live on my own. And it's not like she had a bad relationship with her parents. She was just like wanting to be independent. So she gets her own apartment, which at 18 is like, if you're not going to college, you're just moving into your own apartment. That's a big fucking step.
That makes me think so you're saying there was not a problem in the family?
Well, I don't know. Maybe there was, but her mom is a lovely person. So
yeah. But maybe she just had that thing of like, I need to be out on my own. I'm not going to wait until I qualify for college or do a bunch of stuff.
I did that and lived in a $375 room in an apartment that was a converted office building.
Ooh.
That had no closets and what's the lighting called? That's terrible. Fluorescent lighting. Ugh. With a bunch of girls. It was terrible.
And were there desks and dividers?
No. Those got cleared out. So she wants to be on her own. She wants to be independent.
Sorry, bunk beds? What?
No,
was it just one big room?
There was offices. Like, there were single offices.
Did you shut the shades if you wanted to go to bed?
No, they were like, each one had an office. We all had an office, basically.
Oh, got it.
Put our
in
beds
the building.
Yeah.
Now I understand how office buildings work. So sorry.
Oh, $375 a month. So she moves in on her own. She's like, I'm going to be independent. She tells her mother, Carol, that she needs to grow up and make her own mistakes, but they are close. And she moves into her same town. It's not like she moves far away.
Yeah. She just wants to be on her own.
Yeah. Idaho Falls is fucking gorgeous. There's falls.
Right.
Can you believe it? It's in the southeastern corner of Idaho, next to Wyoming, about 150 miles to Yellowstone. So it's beautiful. More than half of the residents are Mormon. And because of this, it's kind of known as a safe town. Everyone knows everyone. No one locks their doors. The story we've heard a million times.
It's like country living. That's how I grew up too. When you're out far enough or like...
It's a town.
Oh, she's in town?
It's a town.
Got it.
But it's so safe because everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
But on June 13th, 1996, when the very reliable Angie doesn't show up for her shift at a beauty supply store, which, yes, I looked up. It was called Beauty for All Seasons.
Nice.
2 coworkers go by Angie's apartment to check on her because they're like, this is so not like her. Like, they asked the boss if they could leave and go check on her. That's how rare it was.
Yeah.
And they find the front door slightly ajar. She lives on the 2nd floor. They go upstairs and go into the bedroom and they find a bloody scene with Angie Dodge lying half naked on the bedroom floor. Her throat had been cut and she had been stabbed 14 times.
Oh my God.
I know. She's sexually assaulted. It's possible she wasn't raped. It's kind of unclear. But what investigators do find is the perfect semen sample taken atop of Angie's body. So they have DNA.
Great.
The neighborhood's canvassed and her friends and family are questioned. They're eliminated as suspects. And the first 6 months of the investigation are spent on tips that go nowhere and testing of DNA of local men, and it goes nowhere. And fortunately in this town, the average homicide rate is 0 to 1 per year.
Wow.
But because of that, the homicide investigators don't have a ton of experience, investigating these kinds of crimes. So they're not prepared. They're not experienced. One of the 2 lead detectives put on the case, Jared Furman, who gets like fucking decimated for the story in so many of the articles. Mm-hmm. He had been a high school parole officer, like he had
a truancy officer.
No, like a security officer walking around and shit, which is like a fucking noble job and nothing wrong with it. But then to go to homicide detective is hard,
right, to
understand. Okay, so he had almost no investigative experience at all. Meanwhile, Angie's mom, Carol, is like determined. It's cold. It's months and months. She's like, I'm going to find leads on my own. And she starts to question Angie's circle of friends and go to the places they all hung out. And in January of 1997, one of those friends, a guy named Ben Hobbs, who was possibly, one of the things said he was one of the last people to see Angie alive. And there's a video of him carrying flowers at her funeral. Mm. So he's like close to her. He gets arrested in Nevada on suspicion of brutally raping a woman at knife point.
Oh, no.
So they're like, connection.
Yes.
Right. Obviously. So Hobbs denies being involved at all, but when police start interviewing Hobbs's friends, they're led to a 20-year-old high school dropout named Christopher Tapp. He had kind of been a juvenile delinquent in the past. Seems like he was on the straight and narrow, maybe just a hangout guy. But none of Tapp's DNA matches with the samples taken from the scene or the semen found on Angie. Police ignore this evidence and assume he's involved somehow. So over 3.5 weeks, Tapp is interrogated 9 different days for over 30 hours total. He's given 6 polygraphs and questioned for more than 40 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. He's just a skinny 20-year-old kid. He doesn't have a high school education. He's not ready to like fucking spar, but he like cooperates because he knows he didn't do it.
Yeah.
So he's cooperating and coming in every time they call him in. So they start to lie to Chris Tapp to get him to confess. They tell him that his friend confessed to the crime. He said that Hobbs had not only confessed to killing Angie, but that he had also implicated Tapp in the murder. So they're lying to him, and and it's all videotaped. Which I guess you can do, which is so like crazy.
Yes.
They tell him that he had likely suppressed his memory of the incident, and he should trust them because they would be able to prove he was there anyways, and he'd get the death penalty. So if he doesn't confess and they still take him to trial and find him guilty, which they said they could totally do, then he's getting the death penalty. So he might as well start talking and they can offer him immunity. That's what they tell him, which they can't do.
Yeah.
And they can help him and he'll just go home. It's the fucking classic story.
Yeah. That sounds like Brendan Dassey.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a show called The Confession Tapes on Netflix that is just hard to watch because it's these cases over and over again.
It seems like using subterfuge to get a suspect to admit something seems like a good idea, but there should be limits.
Yes.
The idea that you could suggest that someone is repressing a memory and basically fuck with their own, like the way their mind works and be like, and we have the proof that you're repressing your memory. How do you not go, what if I'm repressing my memory?
He says exactly that. Like he's hooked up to the polygraph machines and he's like, I would know if I did it, right? I would remember, right? Like he clearly trusts. Here's the thing. He went to the same school where the investigator was the cop at the school. So he trusted this guy too. And he's like, why would they want to frame me? I'm going to work with them. Maybe like, why would they lie? They're right. He trusts them.
Yes.
So,
well, and also when you're in that situation, you can't do anything else but tell the truth, because if you didn't do anything, all you can do is keep on repeating exactly what you know about what you did.
Right.
Introducing the idea that you don't know what you did is really fucked up.
Exactly. And so Tapp trusts Furman because he knew him from high school, and police interrogators threatened Tapp with the gas chamber, like quote, the gas chamber.
Wow.
Or life in prison. They attack his memory. They feed him information, which when you watch the video of it, it's ridiculous. Like they're even like, and that's when you cut her. And then he goes, and that's when you, and like let him finish cut. Like
it's so fake.
Yeah.
So they promise immunity and threaten to take it away. They push aside Tapp's claims of innocence, and they offer leniency in exchange for a confession. At first, Chris Tapp denies any involvement, but over time, he's coerced into telling 6 different stories, which is a red flag in itself.
I would think.
Like, there should be one story. Eventually, investigators assured him that if he cooperates and admits he was there, he can go free. They, like, lie and tell him that. So he agrees to corroborate whatever version of events police think happened. They feed him the story, and he confesses to detectives that he and 2 friends, including that dude Hobbs, who had been brought in with him, had gone to Dodge's apartment on the night of her death, and that after fighting with her, Chris Tapp says he held her down while his friend killed and raped her. So he just, like, puts himself there. But neither Hobbs nor Chris Tapp matched the DNA at the crime scene. It doesn't match them.
Oh.
Yeah. So Chris Tapp then tells them of a third friend who was there. He says he could only remember the name Mike. Like, he invents a fucking person. Yeah.
It's beyond red flag.
Yeah.
And we're into, this is like a mountainside in Tibet where it's just red material flapping in the wind everywhere the eye can see.
That's right.
Horrifying.
So this guy Hobbs maintains his innocence. He is convicted of this case in Nevada of rape at Night Point. So that's fucking crazy. But he's let go by the Idaho Falls investigators. But even though his DNA isn't at the crime scene and there isn't any other evidence pointing to him, police arrest Chris Tapp on his confession and charge him with murder. His case goes to trial in 1998, where he recants his confession. He pleads not guilty, which upsets Carol Dodge, of course. She's like just distraught. And it sounds like they coerced someone else a young woman. Police had manipulated her into a false testimony, claiming she had heard Chris Tapp mention his involvement in the murder at a party.
Now we're into the West Memphis 3 shit.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Somehow they got her. Maybe they were like, had gotten her on some evidence, and this is how she got out of it. Who knows?
Maybe.
At the trial, he testifies that the admission had been coerced and that the DNA clearly shows that he's not the killer, but prosecutors withhold the videotapes of his confession. They only show little bits and pieces of it that, corroborate their story.
Right.
On May 28th, 1998, the jury convicts Christopher Tapp of aiding and abetting rape and murder, and he's sentenced to life in prison with a maximum of 30 years. And, at the time, Idaho Falls, this doesn't happen. They are freaking out. And it took like a couple months for them to finally get someone who is, like they said, responsible.
Yeah.
They needed to close this case.
Yes. It's the pressure. I mean, it's the story every time.
Yeah.
Is they're always working under massive pressure.
Yeah.
And
this fear that the community has. Rightfully.
Especially when it's a small community and people know who the victim is.
Yeah.
That creates that pressure cooker. But still, it's just like as the people in that position, as the authorities along those lines, knowing full well you are putting a young man in jail or person in jail that is going to be there for the rest of their life.
They believe it though. Like they in this Keith Morrison Investigates show, when he interviewed them in 2012, they won't go on camera anymore or be interviewed. They're like, they just keep saying, look at the tapes. Where it's like, yeah, we looked at them and look, they believe it still.
Oh, because they don't realize they were coercing him.
Right.
They don't realize they were feeding him the story. They didn't understand that they didn't know the procedure.
They knew that in their minds knew that he had done this thing, and they were helping him to get it off his chest.
Yeah.
Which is,
you
know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it needs to be, like, they need him to be. Meanwhile, Carol Dodge, the mom, who's like the sweetest woman ever, is determined to find out who this fucking Mike person is, because he's the killer. And she's like stoked that Christopher Tapp had gotten to prison, but she's like, there's still murderers out there. I need to find these people. I'm not settled. So by 2009, the DNA profile of the killer, the actual killer, had been put in the national database CODIS. No match. Then she read an article in the paper about an internationally known DNA expert named Dr. Greg Hampakian. He's the executive director of the Idaho Innocence Project. She just fucking read about him.
Thank God.
And she was just like, I need help. And just like fucking calls him up.
That's interesting though, because she's calling the Innocence Project to talk about a killer, not getting somebody that she loves off, or what people go to the Innocence Project for is saying,
Well, he said this is the first time a victim's family member had contacted him.
Yeah.
But he was a well-known DNA expert. So she read an article. And you know how moms cut articles out?
Hell
and
yes.
they're like, maybe this guy can help us.
Yes. What else is she going to do? You can't look it up in the phone book.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No. And it turns out that Dr. Greg Hampikian is like, yo, I can totally help you. But full disclosure, I just started working on Chris Tapp's conviction overturn. Like I just started working on Christopher Tapp's case.
Yes.
Trying to see if it was a false confession.
Because Christopher Tapp probably has a family that's like, there's no way it was him.
Well, yeah, they keep trying to overturn the conviction.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't care. I just want to know what happened, no matter what the outcome is. So let's work together.
That's real mom energy. I know. Of like, I want the truth to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, let's see what the truth, let's see where the DNA leads us, what the truth is.
Yeah.
So together, they persuade investigators to use familial DNA, a fucking brand new thing, to try to find Angie's killer. But Idaho doesn't allow familial DNA searches in their criminal database. So Greg Hampikian, he is like, let's try to search public databases. So in 2014, they search a public database owned by Ancestry.com that it's fucking crazy. They have all these connections to the Mormon community. Did you know they're like one of the biggest contributors to DNA?
Yes. They're the big family tree people.
Yeah.
Like the Mormon church knows all about your family and where you come from and all that stuff. And they're keeping it in like a bomb-proof mountain shelter.
And all these churchies like line up to get their fucking cheek swabbed. Like, understandably, it's not a big deal. I don't think, but they get their cheek swabbed, they get their fucking ancestry built up and shit.
Yeah.
And so Ancestry.com was like, can we have that? Yoink. And like bought it.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically
Sorry, I want to see the documentary movie about the person who brokered that deal because it's some sweet talking Mormon. Oh no, that was someone that sweet talked some Mormons.
Who knows?
Some like slick salesman had to go in and be like, well, of course I won't drink coffee.
Yeah. Can we have access to this? I know you're already rich, but here's some more money.
Yeah.
Basically, 1.6 million people in Utah alone have given their DNA to this database. And then Ancestry bought it.
Amazing.
Yeah. So according to a search warrant, investigators received a list of 41 potential matches when they put in the DNA from the crime scene in July 2014. One match is just one DNA marker away from the killer's DNA.
Whoa.
34 out of 35 markers.
Whoa.
They're like, great. They track him down. And when the man is looked into further, investigators are like, holy shit. The man's name is Michael Ursary Jr. And right off the bat, they're like, his name is Mike.
His name's Mike.
That's what fucking Christopher Tapp said.
Yeah.
Right? So they're like, boom. Then they look more into his life and they look on his Facebook and it turns out that he has friends in Idaho Falls, even though he doesn't live there. He lives in New Orleans. Then they look more into him. He's a low budget filmmaker whose films are like literally about violence and murder. Let me read you one of the, this is what one of the movies are about. The description is, an average suburban housewife tries to stop her neighbor from going on a rampage after he witnesses a gruesome attack. Like, and the other one's called Murderabilia. Like, it's just about murder stuff.
His passion.
Right. Mm-hmm. So they go to New Orleans. They question Ursary, and he admits to being in Idaho Falls in the spring of '96.
Whoa.
Like on a trip. He's like, I was totally there visiting friends, but I don't know what was going on that night. I don't know anything about this. He provides a DNA swab, and in early 2015, he's cleared.
Whoa.
It's totally not him. It's fucking just coincidence after coincidence.
Jesus.
But at this point, he's like, I want to get on the fucking bandwagon too and help like solve this. So he teams up with Carol to help her.
So now, wait, sorry, but we have to pivot back and then be like, just because you like horror movies and just because you have those interests doesn't make you a killer.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yes, that's unrelated. Let's turn our opinions around. I was happy to jump on board with that. I see the error of my ways.
Yeah, but I bet if you questioned him for 30 fucking hours straight, he'd what's it called? Confess too.
Yeah, probably.
By this point, the Idaho Innocence Project had taken Christopher Tapp's case and they're able to get Tapp's interrogation videos released. And then they're like, holy shit. Angie's mom, Carol, watches the videotapes too. And she's just like, oh shit. Yeah. She's like, I kept thinking, and she was reading all the case files. She's like, I kept not understanding what I was getting wrong and like what I wasn't understanding until I realized it was all a false confession.
Yeah, it was not the whole story.
It
that
didn't
she'd
make
been
sense.
shown.
Yeah. So Carol's convinced that the man serving time for her daughter's murder was coerced into confessing and wrongfully convicted.
Oh,
I know. She's
the victim's mom. I can't.
Her only daughter. She even contacts an expert. She even contacts an expert in false confession analysis, which is like, what a fucking cool job.
Yeah, really.
His name's Steve Drizzen. He watches all the videos as well, and he says it's a textbook case of psychological coercion. He says that police fed Christopher Tapp facts about the crime scene using deception and other sophisticated and psychologically manipulative techniques, and that's how they got the confession out of him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been too sophisticated. If they're not experts enough to be good at solving the crime, we can't then turn around and say that they're expert manipulators in the interrogation room.
I mean, it can't be that hard to convince a 20-year-old high school dropout. These men are like educated professionals to that he did it. Same with Brendan Dassey. It's like not like Brendan Dassey was a mastermind and they got him to confess.
Yeah, that's true. It could be the emotional ploy.
Right.
Anyway, okay, go ahead.
No, it's good. So during this time, Christopher Tapp appeals his case several times, and eventually Tapp's attorneys offer prosecutors a deal in March of 2017. For his immediate release from prison, Tapp would agree to keep the aiding and abetting murder conviction on his record, but they're going to drop the aiding and abetting rape conviction. So both sides agree to this fucking deal.
Okay.
And after 20 years in custody, it just lets Christopher Tapp walk free.
He was in jail for 20 years?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And you should see, like, it sucks.
Yeah.
So, like, when he's at trial, the videos at trial and stuff, he's just this little boy. And now he's this grown man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, fucking cut to this past May of 2019.
Oh.
What's that? 4 months ago?
4 months ago?
Yeah. Idaho Falls police announced that they had used familial DNA and they were able to find a match to the contributor of the DNA at Angie's crime scene. A man, now 53 years old, named Brian Drips. Drips and Tapp. Is that the fucking crazy?
That's terrible.
It's like such a coincidence.
That's crazy coincidence.
So Brian Drips had been living in Idaho Falls at the time of Dodge's murder, but he had no history of violent crimes. He had been talked to by investigators when they were doing the canvassing of the neighborhood because he lived across the street from Angie's house. So they had like talked to him and he was like, I went out and came home and I was drunk and passed out. Like, I don't remember what happened. Right. And they were like, great. Goodbye.
Bye. Talk to you later.
Yeah. So what happened was investigators had gotten a familial DNA hit thanks to the help of Parabon Nanolabs, which is the Virginia-based company that also helped ID the Golden State Killer recently. Hey, what's up, best friends?
Good job, everybody.
Good job, guys. Police had they got the match, like familial match. They had to do the same thing with Golden State Killer, where they followed him. They found a cigarette butt.
Yeah.
Tested it to be sure, and it matched him exactly. So over the course of an interview that lasted about 5 hours, Drips admitted to the rape and murder of Angie Dodge and said he acted alone.
Whoa.
Yeah, so Christopher Tapp is finally cleared. He's charged the same night. The two investigators who had coerced a false confession from Christopher Tapp, they're now retired and they refuse to talk about the case.
Yeah.
I saw one thing that was like, one of the investigators said he doesn't remember anything about the case. But then I saw another thing that was like, he might have early onset Alzheimer's. So that might be why it's not.
I mean, then you could argue early onset Alzheimer's, you forget current things first.
Really?
Not to be an argumentative.
Be it.
But I also bet there is such a massive amount of guilt that they can't even acknowledge, because to actually look in face, they approach that with, we're all doing our best at all times. They approach that with, we want to get this woman's killer off the street.
Yeah.
These things are pointing to you, whatever we have to do to get you off the street. And that's what they were trying to do.
Their aim was true, but it was just way off.
It was off.
Yeah. And like, I wonder if they'll even admit it now that he had nothing to do with it. Or if they'll say, well, I bet he was still there aiding and abetting. Like, they must have known each other somehow. You know what I mean? Like, won't let it go still.
But if the actual killer is like, I acted alone, that's kind of the end of the story.
Totally. So on July 17th, 2019, that was just like a month ago.
Yeah, that's right.
The now 43-year-old Christopher Tapp's charges were vacated. After fighting for his freedom for 22 years, he said, quote, "I am appreciative and deeply humbled that this moment has finally come." His case will serve as the nation's first exoneration to rely on genealogical DNA testing.
Wow.
So, I mean, I feel like we should expect more of those.
I'm sure.
More than 25% of the more than 360 wrongful convictions overturned by DNA evidence in the United States have involved some form of a false confession. Mm-hmm. Recently, Brian Dripps was in court for a preliminary hearing, and he said that he didn't know Angie Dodge, and he was drunk and high on cocaine and didn't remember what happened that night. He had just had a baby. So he admits it. But there's a whole thing about, like, now he's fighting because he's saying they didn't read him his Miranda rights, but it's all just stalling and bullshit.
Right.
So,
well, and that sounds like actually even more kind of internal denial, where it's like, yes, drugs will make you do things, especially amphetamines or like uppers, that you normally wouldn't do. But murdering a person in cold blood is a whole different area.
Yeah, like you knew there was a single woman living there alone, so you must have seen her there before. And like that's premeditation.
When you weren't on cocaine.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So you knew where to go.
Yeah. It just happened.
Right. So Carol Dodge, mommy, was present at the hearing and sat through the details about how her daughter was brutally raped. And
I don't know how families do that. They do it.
I know.
And it's, I mean, it's just so sad.
It's so sad. I get it. Like you want to, you don't want them to have suffered alone.
Right.
You think you're there with them a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. It's just it's such a brave and incredibly strong thing to do because you're already in the worst place you can be.
Right.
And then it's like, and now we have to go even further.
I wonder if they feel obligated to sit through that so they understand.
Yeah. So they know the whole story. Because also I'm sure not knowing makes it worse. Yes. Because that means you're writing whatever you're thinking. It's just like every time we get to this part in any kind of true crime documentary, it's just like, good God.
Yeah. The amount of grief this person went through is insane. So she sat through the hearing, and after the hearing, Carol Dodge approaches Brian Dripp's mother and says to her, "It's going to be okay."
Oh, no.
And in tears, the women embraced outside the courthouse.
You know, that's the one that gets me the worst.
I know. And you know, it's fun. Like you see before, during Christopher Tapp's trial, she was so angry. Like one of the sons might have yelled something at them. Like they were pissed off.
Hell yeah.
And now this time around, she's had some time to fucking deal with, that this is part of her life. She had compassion, which I think is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Angie would be 41 today if she hadn't been killed. Carol says about her only daughter's death that, quote, "Grief has no time limit. I can't let go." Right. And that is the murder of Angie Dodge, the nation's first exoneration to rely on genealogical DNA testing.
Wow. Oh,
I fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing.
I found that when I was looking on Wikipedia for convictions that were overturned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so thanks, Wikipedia.
Yeah, good job, Wikipedia. That was great.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping, and hello to budget beach bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye.
Okay, I'm going to hold up my papers like a reporter.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you might remember this. Well, actually, there have been so many of these, all different sorts over the years, that it's probably going to sound familiar when I start talking about it. Mm-hmm. But this is a fake doctor scandal. And when I started out looking for a cult story, because I haven't done a cult one in a while.
Yeah.
And we've done many.
You're a cult expert.
I love
at
cults.
This point.
I love talking about cults. There's definitely some I haven't done yet. But as I was kind of going through, and again, I went back to Ranker. I mentioned them last week because that's where I found my story from last week. And they also talked to us on Twitter and were like, hey, thanks so much. We're your fans too, which was very exciting. So thank you, Ranker. It's such a great website because when you're there to look for one thing that you're looking for, it just has constant little click spots.
It's like, you like cults? Well, how about some fucking serial rampage?
Here's the weirdest 26 weirdest cults Los Angeles has ever seen. And here's 6 death cults that make no sense. And they just keep on giving you versions of what you're looking for.
I think it's called clickbait. And I'm here for it.
And I am present and accounted for. So I basically got myself onto a page about like fake doctors. Now, I don't love Angel of Death stories, no offense, only because...
Oh, I'm offended by that because I've covered like 2 of them.
I know it's your passion.
It's
project.
Definitely.
To me, it seems kind of clear. I get what that is. And I'm always attracted to stories where I'm like, what in the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
That's what I like, which explains my passion for Sasquatch. So anyway, this story has everything, and I'll show you now.
Okay.
Maybe a little more intro. It was predominantly broken by, so it takes place in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay.
And this story was broken by a reporter named Terry Parker for the WPBF News 25. Or I think it's called WPBF News 25.
Oh, that's my favorite of the W's news places.
WPBF 1, WPBF 2. It goes all the way up to 25. Okay, so this takes place in West Palm Beach, Florida it starts at St. Mary's Medical Center.
Okay.
And basically what happens is a 17-year-old boy named Malachi Love-Robinson.
Hardcore name.
Right? He walks into St. Mary's Medical Center and he finds a white lab coat with the St. Mary's Medical Center embroidery on the one side.
Just lying about?
I guess it finds, steals. There's all the different way. Who knows?
I don't like it.
She reaches behind a door, pulls it off a hook without looking. Boom, it's his. Puts that on.
Okay.
And walks around. And basically pretends to be a resident, like a student doctor at this hospital.
Have you seen 17-year-olds lately? They look 17.
So 17.
Yeah.
And this one is no different. In 2015, his haircut absolutely screams I'm in high school. And so the idea that he got away with this in any way, shape, or form is a little crazy.
Love it.
But this is, first of all, it's Florida. Secondly, this is how these things go.
Okay.
So on the other side, so St. Mary's Medical Center on one side, anesthesiologist on the other.
That's not one you want to fuck around with.
Right? So he goes around and starts, and whenever people ask him, he'll say, I'm shadowing doctors, or, that's the phrase he uses, shadowing doctors, which is like, at least look up the correct terminology.
I think that's for waiting tables.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm shadowing this server tonight.
I'm shadowing this server. I'm shadowing this neurosurgeon.
Right.
So he goes around, stands in patients' rooms, and shadows, quote unquote, doctors. And anytime someone asks him, he basically has great answers. He's very convincing. He's very intelligent. And he also says things like, oh, I've been a doctor for years. He says things with such conviction that no one questions him for a month.
Oh, no.
A month he does it. Finally, he goes in and tries to stand in on a pregnant woman's consultation. And the doctor who is attending is just like, who the fuck are you? Essentially, that's finally when the cops get called. So the cops arrive. When they look in his car, they find a second white lab coat. This one has his name embroidered on it. At this point, he called himself Dr. Robinson. So he'd gotten a St. Mary's lab coat and then got his own name embroidered on it.
I bet it's not that hard.
Well, the first thing I was picturing is, I wonder if he took it like down to lids. You know that hat store where you can get anything embroidered on a hat?
Yeah.
If he did that kind of thing where you just like, if some store that said embroidery, it's like, they're not going to,
no,
they don't care.
They think it's a Halloween costume or some shit.
Yeah. Or that you're a doctor that's just doing some errands.
Right.
Like, who cares?
Oh my God.
So, because the thing I thought of then, once I read that detail of they found the second coat and like he's parked probably in the employee parking or whatever, is that why in the beginning of this didn't anyone look and see, why is this anesthesiologist sitting in on this OBGYN appointment?
Those things don't add up.
There's no point. No. So like, it actually wasn't the best doctor's coat to grab.
It fucking worked.
It definitely worked. And so who am I to criticize? So because he is so young when he's arrested, no formal charges are brought on this. And they basically, and look at what a baby he looks like.
Oh, he's a baby.
He's a baby face.
That's not even 17. That's a baby.
Yeah. He's a very young looking baby face, and also, but he looks very serious, and he speaks. When he talks, you listen. He knows what he is saying. Wow. He's very like front of mind.
As you said, confidence, man. That's
what it's all about.
They want to hear it.
They do. And also, if you ask a person a question and you're uncomfortable by their presence, when they give you the answer you're looking for, you're so relieved you forget about it. There's definitely that psychological trick of
wanting
scammers and con men, where it's
wanting them to comfort you.
Yeah, you tell people what they want to hear and everyone feels great.
Right.
So this guy's like, no, don't worry, I've been a doctor for years.
Be quiet. He puts his fingers up to your mouth.
I'm 17. Doctor, please think of the patient. It's not the time for this. He keeps going, we'll talk about it in the break room.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in the staff meeting. Also, in this picture, and maybe, I don't know if this has struck you at all, he's wearing his glasses on his head.
Oh.
Like I like to do sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
That is such a, like, I'm pretending to be an adult move.
It's like the seeing eyeglasses. I only need these when I read.
Yeah.
I'm not that old yet.
Oh, these are my readers. I'm clearly 50. Okay, so they don't press charges. And they basically, and of course, the story goes viral, and they find this family photo where he is literally dressed like a doctor in the family photo.
Oh my God, let me see.
So this is...
Okay, he looks a little older here.
Yeah.
And he has a stethoscope on.
Right.
They
he
look
got
proud of
a stethoscope. Everyone seems good with it. That's like a family photo, but the photo that they use...
He looks older here. I can see. He's got a little bit of facial hair.
So that was a series. Okay. It's like the family went and got a bunch of pictures taken.
Yeah.
And this was the picture that went viral.
Oh.
And so many people. So this was, 2015. So this is like an old meme, basically. It was like the fake child doctor. And it was like things, people writing stuff like, I need to inspect your titty balls. They were just doing dumb kid stuff.
17-year-old shit.
But pretending it was a doctor. So that happened. I think everybody, I can remember that as a distant memory of like, oh yeah, that happened.
Up until now, since I don't know if he hurt anyone, I feel kind of bad for him. Like clearly he had some issues.
Something's going on.
And then it went viral and everyone knows his face and how embarrassing and shit.
Yes. So that's a bad feeling. Obviously, you don't know anybody to be shamed.
Yeah.
And there's something to it where it's like there's a bit of gumption that I respect for sure. I love bullshitting. I love the kind of people who are like, let's try to sneak into this concert where I'm like, I will never try to sneak in anywhere ever.
It takes big titty balls to do shit like
you
that.
You gotta get your titty balls going. And this guy has them all over the place.
And he used them.
He's not afraid to use them.
Yeah.
Okay. So then in fall of 2015, so basically that happened at the beginning of the year. So it's kind of vague in the middle of the year, but by October of 2015, he is, the massage therapist at a rehab center in West Palm Beach. Now, so you have to have a license to be a massage therapist.
Absolutely.
So he basically gets caught acting as a massage therapist.
You know why? Because you know how hard it is to give a massage? I bet it was a creepy, weird, light-handed 17-year-old massage.
Yes. Where it was all about him touching someone
and breathing
as opposed
too
to
heavy.
Getting there. Why is your mouth near my shoulder if you're giving me a therapeutic physical massage?
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
ew, I don't want a 17-year-old massage.
People started looking up licenses. There was no license to be had. So he actually gets sent a cease and desist order by the Florida Department of Health saying you are not allowed to pretend to be a massage therapist.
Stop it.
Knock it off. That was in December of 2015.
Okay.
He's like, fine, I will.
Fine.
So now I'm going to tell you a different story. We're going to fold in another story.
Love it.
In December of 2015, which is the same month he receives his cease and desist order, 86-year-old Anita Morrison of West Palm Beach, Florida, is suffering from stomach pain. She met with a gastroenterologist several times.
Gastroenterologist.
Gastroenterologist?
Isn't it?
Gastroenterologist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been.
You've enjoyed the company of?
I have.
And she's not getting any better.
Okay.
So she's desperate to find a solution. So she and her in-home health aide go online and start looking up homeopathic doctors because they're thinking maybe there's another option. And that's when they find Dr. Malachi Love-Robinson.
Oh, dear.
A naturopathic doctor. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation.
Sounds right.
Let's call him a naturopath. And the founder of the New Birth, New Life Medical Center in West Palm Beach.
Oh, my God.
Now, that's this. That's that. That's their website, right? That's his website right there.
I trust it.
Right?
I'm going to call for an appointment.
It looks very legit. It's all very on the up and up. So Anita arranges for Dr. Love, which is how he refers to himself on the website, to make a house call to her home. And he comes by in his white coat and stethoscope.
That's what you look for when someone knocks on your door and says they're a doctor.
I'm a doctor. And he's wearing that weird silver reflective thing around his head. He examines Anita. He listens to her heart and lungs. And he diagnoses her with arthritis. None of her previous doctors have ever given her that diagnosis. So he tells Anita that he can cure her stomach ailments with vitamins, which is it made me laugh out loud when I read that line because I was just like, if I don't eat a certain amount of yogurt when I take vitamins, I will throw up in the driveway.
Really?
Yes. Like I can't, the idea that that's the solution for your gastroenterological problems is hilarious.
I buy it and I'll try it.
All right. Well,
I'll throw up in the fucking driveway if I want.
And that's the solution. Okay. So, he goes to the store and buys her valerian and melatonin.
Okay.
My understanding is those are for sleeping.
Yes, they are.
This is a different thing.
Yeah.
He visits Anita 4 more times, but the pain never subsides. And then one day she calls and says she's in excruciating pain. He says he'll be over right away, shows up 3 hours later, says he won't be able to help her and that she'll have to go to the hospital. So Malachi calls 911 and tells the first responders his name is Dr. Love and that one of his patients needs immediate help. When the ambulance arrives to take Anita to the hospital, that leaves Dr. Love alone in Anita's house.
Oh, no.
He tells her she shouldn't bring her keys or purse to the hospital with her and assures her that he'll lock up for her on his way out.
Sure, it's a doctor. You believe him.
Of course, he's got a stethoscope,
oh my
for fuck's sake.
God. Come on.
Okay, so later that evening, Dr. Love goes to the hospital to visit Anita. He tells her she needs to have several medical tests done. So he comes in the outfit to the hospital.
Ballsy.
Still doing it, still playing the game. He tells her these tests are going to be expensive, but they're necessary. And she says, fine. So a few days later, Anita gets out of the hospital and then she notices that there's money missing from her checking account. When she calls the bank to find out what's going on, she finds there's 2 checks of hers from her checkbook that she left in the house that have been forged. One was for $500 made out to Dr. Malachi A. Love, and the second was for $1,200 made out to New Birth, New Life Medical Center.
Shit.
And both have signatures that are her signature, but that she did not write.
Right.
So it's forged. So she calls the police, and then the police look into it, and they see that Malachi Love-Robinson had also stolen $29,700 from Anita's bank account to pay his Nissan, to pay off his Nissan auto loan.
Fuck.
And $3,000 to pay off a Citibank credit card and $1,800 to pay off a Capital One credit card. So he's basically been ripping her off the entire time. The grand total of everything he stole from Anita Morrison was $36,200.
Holy shit.
So the authorities are called and they start this investigation. Now, meanwhile, January 2016, everybody opens their Facebook pages and what's, lo and behold, but Malachi Love-Robinson is about to give his grand opening party for the New Birth, New Life medical practice.
No.
So, yes. So some could construe it as a fake medical practice because it's a fully fitted doctor's office inside the West Palm Beach Medical Plaza, which is this huge building.
What?
The news reports kept showing the front of it. And it's like it's like second only to a hospital. Like he went right into a place.
Legit. Yeah. It wasn't like some weird office that I ended up moving into with a bunch of other girls.
Yes. It was no odd storefront with teen girls living in the back. Yeah. He went into a medical plaza and was like,
shit.
I'll take one office, please. So there's a sign on the door outside that reads Dr. Malachi Love-Robinson, ND, PhD, HHP-C, AMP-C,
AMPM,
MD, AMPM Mini Market.
You can't give those to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, apparently you can't because this, again, it's this thing of that's just the sign company. They don't know. You can make any sign in the world you want. We can put a sign outside this studio right now that says Doctors Georgia and Karen.
Let's do it.
Exactly right. Like that's our hyphenated last name. But we're not going to.
Damn it.
So he's throwing a grand opening party for his medical offices.
Oh, hors d'oeuvres and past apps.
Right? This is my favorite part. So on this, this is the Facebook page invite for this party.
Okay.
74 have been invited. 7 are interested and 19 went.
Ouch.
Yes. It's real hilarious.
Yeah.
And it says, come out and join New Birth, New Life Medical Center for our grand opening in Suite 303. We'll be celebrating the hard work of the staff involved in making this business possible. Please come and share this memorable time with us as we celebrate the opening of West Palm Beach, his first holistic medical center. It's all those, that's what's written. I'm reading it as written. Yeah. Also on his website up there, which is the New Birth, New Life Medical Center, that name alone, I would immediately be like, this is a weird Christian anti-abortion front or something.
I would think it was like a doula, like a birthing center.
Well, it says at the top of the website for the New Birth, New Life Medical Center and urgent care.
Oh.
So he's also kind of getting, I mean, I think that's dangerous waters where it's like, you can pretend to be a holistic doctor. You can kind of try to pass it off as like general medical ideas. Yeah. You get into urgent care and it's like people walking in with a nail in their ear or whatever. Just like, why would you even sign up for that?
Yeah, that's true. Like you're asking to out yourself. You can't deal with the fucking nail in the head.
Right. You don't know where to put gauze when people have something stuck into their head. Why would you be signing up for probably the hardest part of being a doctor?
He's like Googling while it's
real quick.
Yeah.
Does that nail have a brand name on it? Okay. And it also on there says it offers family planning services.
Okay.
There's just all kinds of shit.
Wow.
It also claims that there's a staff of medical professionals working there. And then under that, it's like, here's our staff of medical professionals. And then the most stock photo you've ever seen of like 8 doctors, each from every different race, creed, color, everything. There's just every type of person.
And none of them are real people.
And they're all
real people.
They're models
Yeah.
that are good at acting like doctors.
Okay.
Just like Malachi himself.
Yeah.
And he's listed as the owner and a physician. And then in his personal bio on the website, he describes himself as, quote, a well-rounded professional with 2 Fs who utilizes...
Oh, we can't misspell that word.
No. Who utilizes physiological, psychological, and mechanical methods such as air, water, light, heat, earth, and then in brackets to treat patients.
I don't.
That's as it appears on the website.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, this is why you have to read the smaller print on things like this. But this new business is licensed with the state of Florida, and it's been approved for taking both Medicaid and insurance payments.
Florida.
So all that shit's fine.
It's on the level.
Okay.
Shit.
So there's a reporter at WPBF News 25 in West Palm Beach, and her name is Terry Parker. And she gets a call from a concerned family member who's seen Malachi's grand opening party Facebook invitation.
Yeah, you got to think.
Yeah, that there's people involved that are like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So they call and say, I don't know what they say, but I imagine it was something along the lines of, hey, my cousin Malachi loves pretending to be a doctor and he's up to it again.
He's at it again.
So she grabs a cameraman and goes down to the New Birth, New Life Medical Center to ask some questions. The beauty of this story is you can watch all of this on YouTube. Oh, yes. So somebody hips Terry Parker to this story, and they basically break it on the news and then follow up on like they're on this like from there.
Breaking news.
It's true breaking news.
Holy shit.
So she walks in and the shot is it's a big office. It has one of those like curved around receptionist area that could easily seat 6 receptionists, like a big receptionist area. Yeah. And the shot that's so funny is the reporter's walking in and talking, and he is coming out and he's got his white doctor's coat on, his stethoscope around his neck. He's carrying a very official, like one of those metal clipboards that doctors carry around.
That you can open?
Yes, that has a compartment.
Yeah.
And he's looking at her very like, what's this now? And then she's basically like...
Does he look really young?
Oh, yeah. No, he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. He's kind of... tall. It's not like he's little, but he absolutely has a baby face and does not look like he should be. He doesn't look like he should be helping the receptionist at that office, much less the doctor in charge. Okay. So basically, it takes him a second to figure out what's happening. He's clearly shocked, and he's the only one there. And then as she says, can I ask you some questions about your medical practice? And he then goes behind the receptionist desk and very, very slowly takes off his stethoscope and takes off his white doctor's jacket. And then it's just him in his yellow and black plaid shirt. And she starts talking to him, and then he starts to answer her, and then basically says, I don't want this recorded. I'm not comfortable with that. And so they have to turn off the camera. And then the reporter in the report, you can watch all of this. She goes, but he did invite us to come back later. And then he would speak on camera like the next day. What? So then it cuts to her going and him in a new, different outfit. He looks great. He's got this beautiful, like, camel cashmere sweater on and a blazer, and he's giving her the full tour. And all the questions she asks where she's like, but you are not a medical doctor or whatever. And he's like, no, and I don't claim to be. I'm a naturopath, and but I'm hiring MDs, and I'm speaking to several doctors who I'm going to hire to work here. This is my business. Yeah. I don't claim to be a doctor. Then they cut to the sign on the wall outside that has the list. It says New Birth, New Life Medical Center, and then it says letters. Dr. Malachi, all the letters, and then you see the reporter peel back a piece of white tape that was covering MD. No. Yes, it's so genius. It's so delightful. She just peels it back and then says that when she asked him about that, He said he never authorized MD to be put on the sign. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
That someone else did that who wasn't listening to him.
Uh-huh.
And essentially, when they walk back through all his websites and all the claims everywhere, he says, because he was not just, it wasn't his own website. He was on like medical review websites.
Yeah.
He was on all kinds of places, like kind of advertising for this medical practice. And when they ask him about all that information, he says that they basically added stuff without his permission. And it was the websites.
So much happening without his permission.
I know.
No one's listening.
It's not his fault. Yeah. And everybody else is doing stuff to try to make him seem like a doctor.
Yeah.
Against his will, except for the stethoscope. So basically it's this amazing thing. And he's kind of like, he really is good. This young man is very intelligent and he's very in the moment. Like he reminds me when I used to do debate in high school, there was, like one of them was basically improv debate.
Yeah.
So you'd just be given, or like improv, like you have to talk about this topic for 5 minutes. Good luck.
Yeah.
Which I loved watching, but I couldn't even imagine doing it myself. It made me so nervous. He could do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Because he knows what he knows what he can and can't say, and then he just slips all around it all so that you kind of by the end you're like, well, great, thank you, I'm glad it was finally explained.
He's so smart. He should almost go to school to be a doctor.
Yeah. Or do the hard part.
Yeah.
Really test it out. So okay, so while WPBF is doing basically this expose on this, what it doesn't seem like they know or anyone knows is that the Florida Board of Health and the authorities, since while they're doing this expose at WPBF, what it seems like no one knows is that they're doing it there has been a case has been opened against Malachi, and the authorities know about it because of what happened to Anita Morrison.
Right.
They've been watching him. And so essentially when that clinic opens and he's officially open, somebody, an undercover officer makes an appointment.
Does he go to the opening party and have passed apps?
No.
And the signature cocktail? Do they have a signature cocktail at the party?
They definitely did. It looked like blood, separated, the serum separated.
Got it.
No, this person was at home pretending to be very specifically sick.
Okay.
So they came in, they made an appointment, and they got examined by Malachi Love-Robinson, and he was immediately arrested because, the talk he said of like, I'm hiring doctors, I don't claim to do it myself or whatever. You cannot, like, even if he was just the business person that was like, this is what I'm doing.
You can't
the
examine
second
a patient.
you take a patient into a room like that, boom.
What if he was right though? Like, what if the guy was like, or the woman was like, I hate to arrest you because you just diagnosed me with gout and I've been waiting for someone.
I can finally walk.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, too bad. No, it's not that at all.
Okay.
Remember, he was giving someone who with intense, and that's the other thing too.
Right.
That woman could have fucking died.
Totally.
What if that was an appendicitis? He's like, here's some vitamins.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all, of course, I'm making light of it, but it's not like he was pretending to be a car salesman.
Yeah.
He's pretending to be the one thing people need, urgent care doctor.
Right.
You're pretending to be a fucking urgent care doctor.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. Totally can't be happening.
Yeah.
So they basically immediately do a sting operation and arrest him. Terry Parker and the WPBF news camera is there for the arrest. So as he's being walked out in his white coat, wearing his stethoscope, that she is there asking him questions as they're walking.
Oh, she got tipped off by someone in the police force for sure.
Well, I bet you when they did that first report.
Oh yeah.
The cops are just like, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
We're trying to
You
do
just kind of screwed it up.
Yeah.
Give us your tape and we'll give you the...
But the funniest thing is, with a person like this who we could, I'm sure there's lots of different diagnoses for actually what Malachi is suffering from.
Yeah.
But he would have gotten himself into this position because he thought he was impervious to the law.
Right.
He thought he was going to get away with all of it.
Yeah.
So he is literally being walked in handcuffs to the elevator. That's how nice his office was. It had an elevator in the office.
What?
Yeah. As he's being walked there, Terry is walking alongside him asking these questions, and he was like, I can't speak. He's being very like, it's just like he's being persecuted, essentially, the way he's acting. And he's like, I cannot speak without my lawyer. You're going to have to speak to my lawyer.
I'm 18 years old.
I'm 18 years old. I've never actually had a real job.
Oh my God. At 18, I was like a waitress and I worked at a thrift store.
At 18, I was still getting into fights with my mom about why I shouldn't have to have a job. And that's the truth.
Wait, at 18, I was living in that apartment building.
Really?
Or office building.
You were in the office next door to the New Life, New Hope, New Birth down in West Palm Beach, where you love to hang out.
That's my place.
Okay, so he's arrested. He's later released on $26,000 bail. His lawyers say that they're going to have Malachi undergo a mental health evaluation and explore the possibility of a mental health defense. Of course, now the story makes international news because it's already the viral story. You know, each one of them starts off with, remember back in, like, you can hear it. You know, a lot of them refer to him as like a fake Doogie Howser. It's all that dumb shit. They track down his business partner. So he has a business partner who is financing the New Birth, New Life Medical Center. And they ask him why he believed Malachi was a real doctor. And he says that Malachi told him that he was homeschooled and took online courses. He basically made it sound like, explain the timeline of how he could be an 18-year-old practicing physician. Truly impossible. Then he points out that in this interview, the business partner points out that the 18-year-old fooled the state of Florida. Jesus. So clearly... And the guy's quoted as saying this, clearly this is not your average 18-year-old.
No.
And he absolutely isn't. And here's how you know. He calls his own press conference.
No.
Yes. The Palm Beach Post, which is the newspaper in Palm Beach, was at this press conference, and their video is up on their website of this press conference that takes place. The cameras are set up in the grassy area next to a parking lot. It's kind of nighttime, and Malachi walks up, like his car is parked a little far away, and he just walks up to this, you know, like the press table where all the microphones are set up, and there's probably 4.
Yeah.
And this is his press conference. This is his statement.
Oh my God, give it to me.
Good evening, everyone. He's still wearing his glasses on his head as he walks. And then I think he put them on.
His readers.
And he's wearing a really nice blazer. Like, he truly did look like one of the kids from the debate, the speech and debate world that I came from. And he looked that young. He looked like he was running for senior class president. And he says, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to just simply say that on behalf of myself and my family, we thank you for the concerns in the community about the accusations that have happened. The wording is amazing. I just wanted to say that I'm deeply saddened and a little disrespected by some of the things that have come forth, but I will say that my attorneys are working hard. They're working around the clock to make sure this issue gets resolved in the best way possible. I seriously doubt they're working around the clock. I would just simply ask that you allow my attorneys to do their job, that you respect the privacy, my privacy and my family's privacy, and just please allow us to deal with this issue the way any normal family would.
By calling a press conference?
In a parking lot next to your Nissan Sentra. And I would simply ask that if you would please pray for us in this time, that everything that has happened, that we get the truth out of it. And not only the truth, but we can shed some good light on some of the things that are happening in the community today. That we can shed a good light on some of the positive things that are happening and stop worrying about bashing someone and start lifting them up. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for their support, whether it was good or bad.
No, don't thank the assholes.
Bad support is the worst support.
Bad support.
Whether it was good or bad. I've had some great supporters, and I've had some people who have said some negative things, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. And once again, I'm not upset.
Congratulations.
And I respect the community for having the concerns they have. But once again, please just respect our wishes and allow our attorneys to do the best they can to work on this case. Thank you so much and have a great night. And it's like kind of quiet. It's not like there's all these people going, excuse me, whatever.
And then he's like, vote for me for class president.
For real. I feel like you could break down this statement with all the evasive wording. And by the end, he's speaking about himself in the third person. It's really overblown.
And somehow his family, like it's all shit he did. And somehow he's like defending his family.
He's acting like he has been, Yeah, he's acting like the victim.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a great pivot. A lot of people do it. We see people do it constantly in the press.
Yeah.
But I think these days, especially, people aren't just like, yeah. Why are you declaring that you're not upset? Like we're all supposed to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Like bullshit.
Yeah.
Also, this was my favorite part. As he walks away, he literally walks 10 feet away to his car with like a couple family members. And as he's walking away, you hear one reporter go, who are your attorneys? And then another one, there's like a pause and one goes, are you a doctor? And then he just never turns around. It's hilarious. Okay, so while he's out on bail, after he gives that press conference. And then he agrees after a couple days later, he agrees to sit down with Good Morning America.
Don't do it.
And at some point, the reporter says, like obviously a couple minutes into the interview, the reporter says, are you a fraud? Because everything you're saying to me is either evasive or an outright lie. And this is on by satellite. And you see Malachi, he's like in the, the monitor and he's touching the earpiece in his ear.
Oh no.
And he says, I don't appreciate your tone. I don't appreciate the way you're portraying this interview to be. And then he fucking walks out of the interview.
You're 18.
He's handling business.
Fucking teenagers, man. They're such dicks.
It's hilarious. And the bravado of a person who actually hasn't probably lived life that much.
No.
But he's a mimic. You can tell that he knows how to adjust to get out of things, to talk his way out of things or into things.
Almost impressive.
I was impressed. Yeah. You should watch it.
Yeah, I will.
So now he's out on bail. He goes to Stafford County, Virginia, and tries to buy a $35,000 Jaguar.
What?
Yeah.
That's your next move, bro?
That's his next move. Go to a different state.
You know what? I'm going to go get it. $35,000.
You know what? I'm trying to be a naturopath to this community.
That's such an 18-year-old thing to do.
Yes.
Although I guess 50-year-olds do that too.
Yeah, like a lot of people like those cars. But when he tries to apply for a line of credit, he uses a 73-year-old woman's name as his co-signer. And he explains to the dealership and the bank that that's his godmother, and that she's agreed to help him. Of course, the woman denies the claim and he gets arrested in Virginia.
Oy.
So he pleads guilty to one count of falsifying information on his credit application, as well as a forgery charge. He's sentenced to 10 years in prison. But once again, the judge suspends the majority of the prison term and he only serves 16 months.
Wow.
So then after the 16-month sentence in Virginia, he goes back to Florida now to face the 14 charges from all of his conmanship. During
15 and 16.
15 and 16.
There you go.
So essentially he tries for a while to claim innocence, but what I think happened, this is personal theory, purely personal.
Yeah.
I think when the lawyers were saying we're going to do an insanity defense, he's like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy and I'm not going to get up there, try to get out of this by saying I'm crazy.
There is this thing about like defending yourself in that situation, right? Where it's like,
yeah,
I'm not fucking crazy and I refuse to.
Yeah. It's the more bravado of I'm going to win this through innocence and I'm going to win again, because why wouldn't he think that he could? He spent a month in a major hospital hanging out, pretending to be a doctor.
Yeah.
So what I would believe in myself.
Yeah.
Okay. But he has a change of heart for whatever reason. We don't know if it's mine. He pleads guilty. He's sentenced to a 3.5-year prison term in a maximum security prison outside of Fort Myers. And he's also ordered to repay all of the victims he robbed, which is a total of $80,000.
Holy shit. What does a fucking 18-year-old do with 80 grand?
Yeah. Give it to the people he's scammed.
Oh, right.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So I think that was the total of all the stuff that he stole from Anita Morrison.
Right.
And then in the car, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe all the Post-it notes he bought on his backer's dime. He has to give back all those office
beautiful
supplies.
Office building.
Such a gorgeous office. Okay, so after his incarceration,
do you think he had a fish tank in the office?
When you see the reporter go in, there is a really funny family photo on the wall that clearly wasn't planned correctly in terms of it's a smaller photo on a huge empty wall. And then it's just this kind of weird thing stuck there where you're like, this is just a boy playing Dr. Office.
So no baby sharks and saltwater tank?
No.
All right.
No, I mean, not yet. I think given the chance,
I would have done.
He could have also then started his own aquarium. And be
Nothing looks more legitimate in a doctor's office than a really nice, like, fish tank.
That's very true. Okay, so once he's been in jail for, I believe it's a year and a half, he grants Inside Edition an interview with the reporter Les Trent. And in it, he says, Les Trent basically says, like, what was the end game here?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do this? And he says, and he does seem different when he gives this interview. And it could be because he's so smart. He knows you have to look repentant in something like that so that you get out. Who knows? Yeah. Or he could really have kind of like,
maybe he's getting treatment.
Yeah. And kind of facing some stuff.
Yeah.
Or he could just fucking hate jail and be like, whatever it takes to get out of here.
Yeah.
But he says, quote, I was a young kid. I was a young kid who got overly ambitious and just said to hell with the rules and regulations.
Amen, dude.
18 months prior.
I mean, don't maybe kill people.
No. But don't put anyone's life in jeopardy just because of your whatever. Yeah. And he said, I guess the bigger picture was seeing the smiles of people thinking that you're something that you're not. Yeah. So then Les Trent asks him if he regrets what he's done or does he regret that he got caught, which is such a good question to ask someone. And that's basically like the sociopath test
are
right
you
there.
Fucking sociopath or?
Right. And Malachi, being the genius that he is, says, I 100% regret what I've done because I've messed up my life a great deal.
Oh.
So he gives the right answer incorrectly.
Yeah.
For that sociopathic thing, which I was kind of like, ooh, it's so fascinating.
He thinks he was giving the correct answer, but he has a tell. He couldn't.
He has a tell. Perfect.
And you can't tell the truth if you don't understand why you're telling it.
That's right.
Right?
Yes. That's right. If you don't know what the true lesson is, then you can't repeat it back.
Or the reason people are wanting the truth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think that we don't know, obviously, what the situation is. It could be anything. But when we've done stories of terrible killers and people that are, like total psychopaths, the thing is they always talk about themselves.
Right.
When it comes to this part of it, they always bring in how hard this thing has been for them.
Totally.
That's the trick always. So this is clearly a much nonviolent.
It's a little more whimsical.
It's like a little lighter and more fun, but it still kind of adds that same thing. It's my fascination with figuring out who's a sociopath or what the deal is.
And what's driving sociopaths. Yeah.
And then there was another very human moment that was sad because the reporter asked if he still wanted to be a doctor. And Malachi says with a tinge of sadness, I do.
Aww.
He says it like that, which made me go like, what if this whole thing was just, that was his dream and he knew it wasn't going to happen. So he was doing what he could.
Yeah. He just wanted, maybe he didn't understand what being a doctor was. He just wanted the feeling of people respecting him and looking up to him and the hope.
Yeah. Like it would be cool to know, was there some story in his past of like there was a doctor in his family or a doctor that was
changed
treated
his life. Yeah.
That he wanted that same glory. And just to put this in perspective, this is such not an uncommon story that when I was looking up these videos, the video before and after, one was a 26-year-old California man who had impersonated a doctor.
No.
And the one after that, or no, I'm sorry, these stories happened within the same month maybe when Malachi was arrested. There was a 26-year-old that was arrested for posing as a doctor. And there was a 41-year-old woman who was arrested for impersonating an orthodontist who had even given kids braces.
What?
Yes. That was another
Google
story
shit.
that just kind of got folded in. And then I was just like, I'm sorry, but I might go off on a whole scammers area.
I think this is a new podcast.
It's my passion.
My favorite scammers.
The idea that you're halfway through putting braces in a child's mouth, you don't go, but I kind of don't know how this works.
Yeah. At what point are you like, I'm faking all of this?
Yeah.
I might be screwing this up.
Or did the braces look like when Nora was so obsessed with getting braces before she had them, and she would take earring backs and she would unfold a paperclip and snap earring backs all along and then stick it in her mouth so it looked like braces? I mean, was that with those patients, did the 41-year-old lady get caught? Because everyone's like, sorry, my braces taste like earwax. Where are these? They're not actually attached to my teeth.
That's so scary.
And that was the intensely interesting story of the fake Dr. Malachi Love-Robinson.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, man.
Good job.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering if my invisible braces are on correctly. Am I just like walking around?
Look up the doctor's website and start looking up what all the letters mean. I feel like it's also that thing of like, you print up a couple diploma looking things and put them in a frame and you're set. No one reads that shit.
I am like, I'm into the homeopathy shit to a point.
Sure.
And yeah, you don't know.
You don't. You can't.
And like some of the shit that like some of the ways that they test you seem ridiculous. Like they test your arm to see if it bounces back in the thing. And then they're like, you have gout, whatever. I don't know why I keep bringing up gout. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I'm never going to the doctor again.
That's the solution. You know what it is?
What?
When you're in the hospital, don't be afraid to say, I don't want that guy in here. Because you don't know.
That guy looks like a baby.
You could be right. No children in here during my OBGYN appointment. That's my special request.
That's you're so high maintenance.
It's fucking hooray time.
It's fucking hooray time.
What you got?
Man. All right.
Do you want me to go first?
No, I can go first. Mine's whatever. My whole life, and I swear 10 years ago, I put this on this is how I want my life to go. Like, these are my little things that I would love to have as a grown up. One of those things is a fucking nice bathtub.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about the fucking shower bath combo. I'm not into that. But you know that when we go on tour, I make Vince look for hotels that have separate bathtubs.
Yo, yeah.
To the point where one time we were in a bathtub in New York City. I was in a bathtub in New York City, got out, and had someone else's body glitter on me.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh. So I was like, I need my own bathtub. When we got the new house and we were like going to remodel, I was like, I need a bathtub. I don't care how small the bathroom is. Like, this is my dream. This is my like present to myself.
Now, you know what's funny is I know you love bathtubs, but on tour, I always just thought we were lucking out if we got bathtubs. Because remember, there was that hotel we stayed in Detroit where the bathtub was like in the room.
Yeah.
It was as important as the bed in the room, where I was like, she must be stoked. Where I'm like, oh, girl, yeah, that's right. My husband is booking all this.
My husband is doing this. This is my dream. Like, I would bring Epsom salt with us on tour because I knew what places had bathtubs. This is my fucking dream. I love it so much. And so now I have a bathtub. It's been like, a month since I moved into the house. Yeah. The amount of baths I've taken, the fucking lotions and potions and salts and fucking balms and fucking face masks and washcloths that I have bought for this epic fucking self-care nightly moment.
Yes.
Is so fulfilling to me.
I love it. Do you have music playing?
No, I listen to a podcast or a murder book.
Yeah.
Stephen King in the bathtub.
Keep that head above water,
Not
please.
Great. Thank you. And it's just like a dream.
What color is it?
What?
The bathtub.
White.
Oh, it's just a regular bathtub.
What do you think it would? What color do bathtubs come in?
I don't know. I was like, well, I have to say, I was picturing, because I've seen that special tile that you have in one room. So then in my mind, I was like, it's a dark blue bathtub.
Oh, no, it's just a big old tub. Oh, I love it so much.
That's awesome.
It's part of the family.
I need to see your fucking house, by the way.
You haven't been to my house. Come over this weekend.
Okay. I will.
You go.
I will for sure. My thing is just, it's so funny. I didn't, as I said in the beginning, I didn't watch the VMAs last night because I'm almost 50 and it doesn't apply to me anymore. It is not for me. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know any of the people's names.
Even Big Barty, Cardi B.
Was Cardi there?
Uh-huh.
Did she kill it?
I don't know. I just know she was there.
Oh. Well, you know who did kill it? And of course she did, was Lizzo.
Oh, was she there?
Dude.
Oh, I love her.
Missy Elliott got the Vanguard Award. She's the first female rapper to get the Vanguard Award, and she did a medley that was basically her reenacting all of her most popular videos. Amazing. It was like her kind of a hits medley, but she actually it was amazing. There at one point this huge spaceship flew out over the cornfield and people were flying up into space. It was amazing.
I gotta watch it.
I made Stephen and Jay watch it with me earlier.
Good.
But that was amazing. I've always loved Missy Elliott. She is my hero. Yeah. But Lizzo came out
during Missy Elliott.
No. Sorry.
Okay, separate.
Lizzo got her own time because she was a nominee, and they had the stage decoration for hers was just the hugest ass you've ever seen, inflatable on the stage. Bouncing like a huge balloon the entire time, like a parade float.
I love it.
And then her and her dancers and her backup singers, all were. You have to watch it. Why would I even? But I will tell you this: I forgot my thing where when I watch things like that, I cry openly.
You do. Of course you do.
When I watch stuff like
Pride,
singers,
is it like Pride? Like, yes. I'm so happy for them.
I'm so happy, and I'm so like when I watch both of those women. But what Lizzo is doing with the way she looks and the message that she's sending and the effect it has on that audience, it is like. Fucking how many 10,000 people. It's this huge arena. Everyone is on their feet screaming. They just keep taking shots of the audience of people going berserk. And she's screaming good as hell. Yes. Like it's the good as hell message. It's the fucking why men great.
We have a cross stitch right behind you that just says good as hell.
Good as hell. That's right. Whoever made that for us. It's just the most beautiful. It's like such a feel good. You deserve to feel good. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful. And she does a whole reveal where she's wearing basically a yellow bathing suit and like yellow high tops, and she fucking destroys. Okay. She destroys.
So what do we put? Lizzo VMAs
2019. It's just a beautiful thing.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
And then immediately watch Missy Elliott's performance because you just can't believe. First of all, how long her career's gone and all those hits, and then just like what they did visually. Yeah. It's great.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yay.
I'm plugging the VMAs.
I'm plugging VMAs, and I'm also plugging now openly crying whenever you feel like it, because I don't know how uncomfortable Jay and Steven were, but I didn't even think about it. I was just
crying.
Like,
was she crying?
Yeah, but I also during Liz's performance, I started getting teary-eyed too. It's just because that message is just so. I think somebody on Twitter tweeted, "I want to love myself as much as Lizzo wants me to love myself."
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try it.
Like the idea that that's what Nora gets to grow up with, the standard.
Yeah.
Is the literal opposite of how I grew up. It's gorgeous.
I'm feeling deep in my heart right now that I want to go home and go in my closet and cry.
Do it.
I really am.
No, I'm doing it right here in front of you.
I feel like a little bit teary-eyed. Look at me.
Take your laptop into that room, maybe into the bathtub, and then watch it and cry and do it all at once.
Okay, and then I'll accidentally drop my laptop into the bathtub and cry over that.
Make Vince hold it for you. You can have it all, girl.
I can have it all. Lizzo says I can have it all.
Lizzo says you can, and that means you can.
I believe her.
Yay.
Thanks for listening, you guys. This has been fun.
This has been
up and down.
Something
and
else.
All around. Lotions and potions. We love you.
Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Stay sexy and don't get murdered. Stay sexy and don't get murdered. SSBGM, motherfucker. Stay sexy and don't get murdered. Stay sexy and don't get murdered. Stay sexy and don't get murdered. SSBGM, motherfucker.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Earsay, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres: sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Earsay on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, whatever turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye.